Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, November 18th at 11:48 or 11:49 Central Standard Time. Not going to be talking about tithing this morning because I posted something out on Facebook yesterday. Said that when that God takes stuff away, basically said that God takes stuff away, that He replaces it with something better, and then got a bunch of responses back, and some of them were along the lines of people struggling. Well, the thing about it was that also out on my timeline, someone shared a video from somebody that basically said that people need to quit struggling. And even though this individual was talking about relationships between men and women, the thing is that struggle is an inherent part of life. And thing is that if I'm struggling, it's because I am trying. People tell you to stop trying, quit trying, quit trying, quit trying. Well, here's the deal. If you go seeking employment and you go put in one application, you don't get that job, do you quit trying? The bottom line is that when we're talking about what's happening in life and the struggles and everything that goes on, every single day is a struggle. Every single day I have to try to do something. I have to try to be better. I have to try to get my feelings out of the way. I have to try to depend on God. I have to try to do virtually everything that I do. The only way that I don't know that I've succeeded is if I don't try. Bottom line is that we got to quit allowing people to talk to us about stuff that is not real, about stuff that doesn't make any sense, because the thing is that more times than not, people are out there are out there saying things that they haven't really thought about or really haven't thought them through, or more importantly, haven't leaned on God in order to get a real understanding as to what happens. Because the thing is that when we do these kinds of things, the bottom line is that we mess people up. We tell people, we say things that people want to hear. And then there's people out there that agree with stuff that makes absolutely no sense, because of the simple fact it goes along with the way that they were thinking. You need to really sit down and take an introspective look at what it is that's happening in your life and try to put it in a place where you understand what it is that's going on. I guarantee you that everything that you're going through, all of the struggle that you're currently having, has to do with the fact that God is trying to get you someplace where you're not at right now. He's trying to get you to another level. There's no growth without struggle. There's no growth without trying to succeed. There's no growth at all, because the truth of it is that every time you fail, you go back, you redo this thing in order to get to the place where you actually understand and begin to build lesson upon lesson till you get to the place where you actually have success. So this thing about stop trying, look, here's the deal. And I'm going to directly just attack what it was that I saw this morning, because the thing is that in a relationship between a man and a woman, the truth of it is that every single day it is a struggle, and you have to try to understand each other, where it is that you're coming from and where it is that you're trying to get to. If you're not doing those things, if you are not trying, then the bottom line is that you are bound to fail. That's just the nature of the beast. So the thing is that for all of you that are out there looking for relationships with people and everything else, here's the deal. Here's what I always understand about this particular thing. The only way that we go somewhere is together. Notice I said we go somewhere, not I go somewhere. We go somewhere. If you're in a relationship, we are going someplace, because regardless of anything else, I take you with me everywhere that I go. If I don't, then I'm not in a relationship with you. I can't be. Not in an intimate relationship. That's not possible, because thing is that you have to, there's things that you do, there's things that you say that influence the way that I think, the way that I talk, the way that I react. It happens every single day, because the thing is that if we are growing and going somewhere, then the bottom line is that there has to be a place where we struggle. There has to be a place where we try to get better. There has to be a place where we are doing what it is that God has said for us to do. And this thing that you got to, the struggle's over. No, the struggle ain't over. The struggle doesn't end until you die. And if you don't, and if you keep on telling people, those kinds of things, the things that, well, you don't have to struggle. You ought to be further along than what you are. You ought to be this. You ought to be that. No, the truth is that I'm struggling to get there. I have not made it. I have not arrived. You have not made it. You have not arrived. Because if you had made it and you had arrived, then you would be rich. You would not only that though, you wouldn't just be rich here on this earth. More importantly, you would be standing in front of God, knowing doggone good and well that He said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." And see, here's the thing. Here's the thing and just having said that, the only way that you get to earn that, the only way you earn that right is to try to live according to the way that God said you are supposed to live. See, He can't say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," if you haven't done anything. That's not possible. So this thing about trying and struggling, look, here's the deal. When God allows you to struggle, He is trying you. He is testing you. He is getting you to that place where what it is that He has for you at the next level, you are incapable of handling at the level that you're currently at. You need to understand that in order to get to the next level, you have to try to get to where it is that God is trying to get you to go. And if nothing else, just try obedience. Do what it is that God tells you to do and see if you don't make it to where it is that God says that you ought to go and where it is that God would have you to be. This whole thing about everything should be handed to me, everything should be this, everything should be that. No, I have to work for it. And if I have to work for it, it's because I am trying to accomplish something. May God bless and keep